Our newest BMW E36 M3 that we bought to race on track is great, don't get me wrong, but it's missing that element that really screams race car. That sensation you get in your stomach when, even though you can't see them yet, you feel the cars coming from miles down the track because of that roaring, obnoxiously loud exhaust that screams, I am a race car. And that's why in this video, we're going to be taking our E36 from sounding like this to sounding like this. What's up, guys? We're getting everything prepped for welding. We're gonna get all the pipe out. We got it in boxes, so we'll unwrap everything and then we'll get all the parts laid out and we'll see what we're working with. So now, while I'm cutting the exhaust hanger off the old exhaust, Justin is figuring out where we're making our cuts for the muffler. Alright, so we got this kind of mocked up the end of the exhaust, and I don't know if you guys can see, but this kind of comes out right where the tire is and where the shock is. So we're gonna cut this off here, pretty much at where the weld is now, and then we're gonna weld a little 45-degree bend so it goes straight back like that. Alright guys, so we kind of got an idea of what we're doing now. So we're gonna put a V-band here coming off of the muffler, and then it's gonna come back, and then we'll have V-bands coming on each side of the muffler. So when we take it down, and then we'll put another pipe in its place that we could just interchange them. And then we'll do V-bands coming off the headers too, so that when we're working back here, we don't have to drop the muffler to work, like to get to any of this stuff. So it's just easier for us. So we were just looking, and we actually we can reuse this pipe. We're gonna cut it right here. And then we drew a Sharpie line right here where it's like deforms from perfectly circle. And we can get that from right here. So it kind of, because it contours like the correct way around. So it works perfectly. And now, with some of the pieces cut for the back half of the exhaust, we're tacking on some V-bands to a smaller piece of pipe that's going to go inside the middle muffler. And also tacking on a V-band to the rear muffler. Alright guys, so this is what we have right now. There's the V-band that's holding onto the pipe, and it came off the original muffler. And so we got it on, and that's how it's going to look coming out. And then we got this muffler with the V-band, and we got it tacked right here, and then the other V-band we have tacked like that. So then it'll be right up here, and then I don't know if you guys can see because it's pretty dark on camera, but we're gonna, right to the exhaust mount is where we're gonna weld it to.
Yeah, we got this bracket here.
Yep, and we'll put that bracket there.
Yeah.
And that'll help hold it in place. And wrapping up day one, we're on to day two now. Right now we're working on expanding a piece of pipe that goes into the V-band, since it doesn't quite fit right and it would be too tricky to weld as it is. And with the piece of pipe expanded, it's on to the next thing. So right now, the only problem we're running into is this exhaust hanger. It isn't big enough for this new V-band and the new exhaust to go through. So we're either gonna bend this or we're gonna cut a new piece. So I don't know, we'll see, because we wanna keep these rubber parts and we can't just weld it straight to where the rubber parts come off of. So we're thinking maybe cut like here and here. So we'll see. And now, with the piece cut correctly and expanded to fit the V-band, I'm able to tack it together. Alright, so we finished tacking up both sides and we'll move on to the next thing. Alright guys, so we got it mocked up a little bit. So it's tacked up here, and then these pieces are connected, and then right out comes out here, and we have like a little kind of bent piece like this, and we'll just kind of mark it up so that we know how much it needs to come like this way or that way, and then that'll lead straight from there to there. And with the bend piece cut, we're now using some cleaning cloths and rubbing alcohol to help us prep the surface for welding. This is because you always want to have a clean surface to weld on, and nothing will contaminate the weld. And now I can't wait to show you guys the long tube headers that we got for the car. They look absolutely insane and so good with the fully custom exhaust. So just for reference, these are the old headers, and then these are the new long tube headers. So big difference, and I can't wait to get them on the car. So we got the headers in now, And then for reference, right where this weld is, we're gonna cut a little before it and then expand the pipe so it fits in that V-band. And then it's gonna come down the 2 pipes all the way. It'll connect into this Y pipe. That'll go into the single pipe. That'll go into the muffler. Yep. So that's kind of the idea right now. Yeah, we'll cut it up and then mock it up and see how it looks. So we just got the pipe from Amazon, and this is the 2 1/4 inch. And so this is what will be coming off of the headers, connecting into the single tube. And with both headers cut, we're able to weld the V-bands onto them. Since we're welding it all the way around and not just tacking it, you want to purge the pipe before you weld it. Purging it is important because it sends argon inside the pipe, and this ensures that the weld is clean on the outside and the inside. So we just finished welding the second header, and it looks really good. Part of the header that connects into a wider pipe, and then the wider pipe that connects into the V-band. And yeah, it's hot, so I'm not gonna touch it, but yeah, looks good. And while we were welding, my dad right now underneath the car is working on the heat shielding, getting it all fitted up. So yeah, it's coming together really good so far. Keep cutting, we'll keep tacking, and we'll keep welding. All coming along really good. And now we're getting the headers all bolted in and seeing how they look. And this is what the headers look like underneath with the V-bands on. And we're not gonna leave the bolts down like this on the V-bands, we'll move them. And with the headers all done, we're able to start mocking up and cutting how the pipe is gonna look from the center muffler up to the headers. So we're about to take a break now, but we'll come back to it. But this is where we're leaving off. So we've got the V-band that's gonna connect from here onto this piece, and this piece will come out like that. And then we'll just fabricate something that goes from here down to there. We're gonna use this piece to go from the 2 to the 1 pipe. And getting right back to it, Justin and I started fabricating and tacking together some piping that goes from the end of the exhaust to the middle muffler. Kind of just getting a rough layout of how we want it to look. So right now we're working on eyeing and lining up where these 2 pipes are gonna come out of the V-bands. And then the plan right now for this guy is for him to go here. And now we're tacking and welding the double to single pipe. So just finished welding all around here, not too bad. And then this up here, this was a little rough. When we were trying to tack it, it kind of burned through a little bit, but that's okay. We were able to figure it out. So yeah, got it welded both sides and then to that. And then that piece is good. And then we're working on kind of laying the pipe out over here to see where everything's gonna go and how it's gonna mount. This is kind of the mock-up of what it's gonna look like back here. We got it taped up, so we'll tack it together and then we'll finish weld it. But yeah, this is the back half of the exhaust. And now with all the pipe in its place, we're going to get them tacked together so that the pieces don't move. Also, I just want to say, if you guys made it this far, thank you so much for 6,000 subscribers. That is an awesome milestone to hit, and I really hope you guys are enjoying the videos. And don't be afraid to comment down below things you'd like to see more of or how to improve the videos. Alright, and we got the front half of the exhaust all tacked together. The only thing that isn't tacked is right here. We're gonna get this all welded up, and then, oh yeah, we did tack this. And we tried to tack it as much inside as we could, since obviously that's gonna be the hardest to get to, like to fully weld. But all this is, yeah, tacked up, and then we're going to drop it down and we'll weld it. We didn't tack here and on the other side here, just because it gives us a little wiggle room to like play with from here, and then if we need to move the muffler around a little bit. And then Justin is working on the hanger for this part of the exhaust. I don't know if you guys can see the rubber bits, but there's a rubber piece here and a rubber piece here. And with everything tagged together, it's time to start welding. I welded for, I'd say, a solid like 3 hours before we ran out of gas. And the time we started welding was at like, I don't know, close to 12 o'clock, and then we finished at around 2 o'clock. So we were welding pretty late into the night. But I'm super happy with how this full piece turned out. And yeah, I'll let you guys see when we're done welding it. Alright guys, so we literally just finished welding. It's like probably 1:30 right now, I think. We literally just ran out of argon too, like the last couple of welds. But yeah, this is what it looks like, the first piece all welded together. It surprisingly didn't warp too bad, and it was able to fit up there. Then we'll get cracking on this back half and get these together, and then we gotta cut out a port like right here for the O2 sensor. And it is the next day now, and we're getting right back to it. Picking up where we left off, we're gonna start with the muffler first, welding that together. Justin was able to get another bottle of argon the next day, so that's awesome. And yeah, we'll continue welding her up. Alright, so we finished welding the first half of the muffler. We're gonna let it cool now, and then we'll come back to the second half. While it's cooling, we're gonna start taking apart the rear section. This is what it looks like as a complete piece. So we're gonna start, and we have to weld the V-band onto it, and then also the extra pipe onto the muffler. So, but yeah, we'll start from there, and then we'll work our way down. Looks really good though. And we're in the home stretch now. All that needs to be welded is the back half of the exhaust, and then that's it, we're done. So let's play the montage and get right into welding. Alright, we got this whole entire piece welded up. Didn't take too long. Now we're gonna move to the muffler since it's all cooled off. So we just finished welded the O2 sensor plug. So this part of the exhaust is ready to go into the car. And finally, with everything done welding, we're able to get it up and fit it into the car. It looks so good all together, and it feels good too, knowing that I'm able to do this. And look out for another video on the channel of us doing it all again, only this time to the blue car. Alright, we got the car down on the ground now, so Justin's gonna start it up. Let's hear how it sounds. Dad's breaking stuff over there. Alright guys, so we just took it for a test drive. As you could hear, it sounded amazing. And that's it with two mufflers. So when we do the test pipe, and then even just like, so the test pipe in the middle with the muffler at the rear, and then even just the muffler in the middle with the test pipe in the rear, it's gonna sound even crazier. But it really sounds good at higher in the RPM. And it doesn't like drone at all, so it doesn't hum, which is really nice. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Subscribe.